Grotto restaurant closing after 22 years. Beacon Hill's beloved Italian spot says goodbye. A beloved piece of Boston's culinary history is about to vanish, and it's leaving a hole in more than just Beacon Hill's dining scene. Grotto, the cozy Italian gem tucked away on Bowdoin Street, is closing its doors after over 2 decades of serving up comfort food and memories. This isn't just another restaurant shutdown. It's the end of an era for a spot that felt like a well-kept secret, even in the heart of the city. But here's where it gets emotional. In a heartfelt message shared on the restaurant's website and picked up by Boston Restaurant Talk, owner Scott announced the news with a mix of gratitude and sadness. With mixed emotions, I want to share that Grotto will be closing later this summer, he wrote. This has been a very difficult decision, but the time has come for a new chapter. While the exact closing date is still up in the air, the lease expires in September, giving regulars a narrow window to say goodbye. Until then, the restaurant will continue its dinner service 7 nights a week, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. A final chance to savor dishes like their legendary bolognese, gnocchi, and chicken parmigiana. And this is the part most people miss. Grotto wasn't just a restaurant, it was a neighborhood anchor. Since opening in 2003, this subterranean spot became a go-to for locals craving hearty Italian classics. From spaghetti and meatballs to grilled beef tenderloin and pan-roasted salmon, the menu was a love letter to traditional flavors. Located at 37 Bowdoin Street, it was the kind of place where staff knew your name and your favorite dish, a rarity in today's fast-paced dining scene. But here's the controversial question. As Boston's landscape evolves, are we losing more than just restaurants? Are we sacrificing the soul of our neighborhoods for progress? Grotto's closure isn't just about a lease ending. It's a reminder of how fragile these community hubs can be. Scott's message to the staff and patrons: you've made Grotto the special place it has been, and I will carry those memories with me always. Hits hard because it's a story repeating across cities. What does it mean when the places that feel like home start disappearing? For now, all we can do is cherish the remaining days. If you've ever laughed over a plate of meatballs here, or celebrated a special occasion, now's the time to return. And if you've never been, well, you've got a limited window to experience a piece of Boston that won't exist much longer. What's your take? Is Grotto's closure just another sign of the times? Or is there something deeper being lost here? Share your thoughts, and maybe your favorite Grotto memory, in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going before the lights go out on Bowdoin Street. Farewell to Grotto. Iconic Beacon Hill Italian restaurant closes after 22 years. In a shocking announcement, a beloved Italian eatery in Beacon Hill, which has been serving up delectable dishes for over 20 years, is set to bid farewell to its loyal patrons. For those unfamiliar with Grotto, it's a culinary gem nestled just a stone's throw away from the State House on Bowdoin Street. Its owner, Scott Harrett, took to social media to break the news, revealing that the final curtain will fall on this dining institution within the coming weeks. With a mix of emotions, I'm sharing that Grotto will be closing its doors this summer, Harrett penned. Deciding to close has been incredibly tough, but the time has arrived to embark on a new adventure. According to Harrett, the restaurant's underground location will cease operations around August 21st. The lease for Grotto, which first opened its doors in 2003 and recently marked its 22nd anniversary, is set to expire in September. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and nostalgia, Harrett confessed. It's been a true honor to serve and welcome our devoted customers throughout the years. Reflecting on his younger self, Harrett couldn't believe he was still in his 30s when he launched the venue. Renowned for its special 1950s-inspired Italian feasts, reminiscent of the iconic film Big Night. Who would have thought that on our opening night, when chaos reigned supreme, the restaurant would eventually flourish? Harrett mused. From broken air conditioning to malfunctioning equipment, we weathered every storm, all thanks to your unwavering support. He reminisced about the countless milestones shared within the restaurant's walls, from celebrating new marriages and anniversaries to witnessing the graduations of children who once visited in strollers. Seeing your families grow has been the ultimate reward, Harrett added. Harriet, no stranger to the Boston culinary scene, has also owned two other establishments that have since shuttered their doors. Kitchen, located in the South End, closed in 2016, while Marliov, a historic French fusion restaurant on Bromfield Street, struggled to recover from the pandemic's impact. Until its final day, Grotto will continue to offer its regular dinner service from 5 to 9 p.m. every day of the week. So if you're looking to savor one last taste of Grotto's magic, now's your chance. But here's where it gets controversial. While many are mourning the loss of this cherished restaurant, some argue that the high cost of maintaining such a prime location in Beacon Hill might have contributed to its closure. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Boston Restaurant News. Grotto closes after 22 years. Jonquils Nubian Markets updates. A beloved Italian Beacon Hill institution is closing after more than 2 decades. Grotto, a cherished Italian eatery nestled in the heart of Beacon Hill, is preparing to close its doors this September after 22 memorable years. Chef and owner Scott Harriet shared a heartfelt message on the restaurant's official website, explaining that while the decision to close was incredibly tough, it's time to turn the page and begin a new chapter. Harriet opened Grotto 22 years ago at 37 Bowdoin Street, transforming a small, cozy basement space with exposed brick walls into a beloved neighborhood spot. The restaurant became famous for its comforting plates of pasta, from the rich short-rib gnocchi paired with mushrooms and gorgonzola, to the ever-popular spaghetti and meatballs, drenched in what fans affectionately call Grotto's insanely fabulous tomato sauce. Although the exact date of closure hasn't been finalized, the lease expires in September, and the final night of service will take place sometime before then. Until that moment arrives, Grotto continues to welcome diners nightly from 5 to 9 p.m., offering one last chance to savor its signature dishes. But here's where it gets controversial. Should beloved local restaurants like Grotto be preserved at all costs, or is it natural for the culinary landscape to evolve? What do you think? A surprise closure shakes up Back Bay's pastry scene. Jonquils Cafe Bakery, a Newbury Street favorite known for its artfully crafted, geometric pastries, has suddenly shuttered its doors this week. The cafe posted a brief and somewhat cryptic message on Instagram, stating it would be closed until further notice. The reasons behind this unexpected pause remain unclear, and there's no information yet on if or when Jonquils might reopen. Eater has reached out for more details, but has not received a response. This sudden closure leaves many pastry lovers wondering, is this a temporary break, or the end of an era for one of Back Bay's most elegant bakeries? And what does this say about the challenges small cafes face in today's market? Nubian Markets brings African flavors closer to Northeastern University. Nubian Markets, an all-day cafe that celebrates the African diaspora through its vibrant menu and community-focused market, is expanding its footprint. Known for standout items like their must-try burger topped with a unique Burberry citrus mayo, as well as a halal butchery, and a marketplace featuring products from local black-owned businesses, Nubian Markets has been a Roxbury gem for 2 years. Now the team is opening a second location at 742 Columbus Avenue, in the former underground cafe and lounge space near Northeastern University. While the exact opening date hasn't been announced, fans are encouraged to follow the market's Instagram for updates as construction moves forward. This expansion raises an interesting question. How important is it for culturally rich, community-driven businesses like Nubian Markets to grow and reach new neighborhoods? Does expansion risk diluting their unique identity, or does it strengthen their impact? Share your thoughts below.